Hi everyone, this is Patrick, and today we're going to be looking at a really cool resource for teachers and students and even parents alike to take a look for humanities, arts, history. It's just a huge database full of lessons plans and a lot of really interesting items that you can use in the classroom. And can help students research things on their own. It's called Edsitement. So we will go to the URL here, and I'll just expand this so you can see what I'm typing in. So the URL is edsitement.meh.gov. And we'll take a look there. So this is a site that's that's funded by the National Endowment for the Humanities. And it's a fully functional website with all kinds of resources for students and teachers alike. We're going to look at these three main sections first and take a look at what the content looks like. So at the top you have the features section. The features are a collection of resources, lesson plans, interactive programs, and they kind of group them together according to certain categories, certain structures in terms of how the topics relate to one another, what genre and what school of academia they're from. So for our purposes, we're going to take a look at literature and language. So you go to the drop-down bar and bring that up. And we'll hit go. And we'll take a look. You'll see you have all kinds of different groupings together of different types of programs and different types of resources. Let's take a look at back to school literature and language resources. Here you see a whole grouping. So you have different groupings according to authors, groupings according to thematic genres, groupings according to specific works and specific literary devices. We'll look at Their Eyes Were Watching God. So you click that, and it brings you into a full information session about the book. It gives you information and an introduction on the author and the source of the book. It'll offer you guiding questions, learning objectives. You can look through the background. Lesson activities is the best part to me about this, because you can go through and there's lesson plans, there's activities that are pre-prepared for you. If you look at the basics, it'll show you what grade levels this is most appropriate for, what subject areas, how many class periods. And you can also click here and you'll find different worksheets and different sources for where the information came from, and also media that you can download the images, and sometimes they have videos about each section. If you want to look for things on a little bit more specialized plane, we'll go to lesson plans, and that's going to bring you specific groupings according to what genre: art and culture, foreign language, history and social studies. Again, we're going to go to language and arts. And this is a really great search engine because you can kind of tailor what you're looking for specific to the classroom that you're dealing with, the age of the classroom. So we'll say high school 9 through 12 here. And we'll go with novels. And we will, you can select how many class periods that you want to do as well. So we'll say a lesson plan that'll take 4 class periods and see what that gives us. So you go down here and you see a full list of things that fall into the genre. There's all kinds of different lesson plans for different works of fiction. We will look at Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart. just to get a good idea of what they have. And again, you've got that same structure that you had in the features section. You have the basics, which gives you kind of a rundown of what you're looking at as far as the skill sets and the age requirements. Resources will give you worksheets and any media. The related lessons is can connect you to something on the same topic or something on similar topics. And then back to the lesson, you've got some interesting things like lesson activities, and you can scroll down and see like what kind of activities they're looking at. So for instance, here's an activity that says provide each student with a copy of the Igbo vocabulary and concept log to be kept while reading the novel. Ask students to record Igbo vocabulary words, cultural concepts, and traditions within the narrative. And so you've got the vocab words and the concepts and traditions, and as the student would go along reading the novel, then they would collect what they think each one of these things means, what type of metaphor, motif they hold. Yeah, it's a great resource for helping students and guiding students through literature and providing lesson plans for the teacher.